Hello and welcome to another round of Breaking Free from Agile Antipatterns, this mini series that we have been doing for a little while. Now, here is another pickle. It's something to watch out that is probably going to be spoiling the broth for your team and the product and for yourself. And in general, through this mini series, we're just touching base on very common anti-patterns that we rather be aware and work to avoid in order to ensure successful and productive and joyful work. Now, today's anti-pattern is technical debt. And that's essentially ignoring, sacrificing long-term for quick gains. And that essentially leads increased complexity, decreased maintainability, diminishes the product quality over time. Now, nipping this out not only helps the team to maintain a healthy product foundations and environment, but also ensures the long-term sort of sustainability, ability to sustain, and success of the product and the team and all parts involved. Now, in this anti-pattern series, we looked at indicators, we look at questions and antidotes. Now, the first on indicators, which again, this is not an exhaustive list, but those things could be a sign, something for you to, you can see that it's creeping, something is accumulating on technical debt. One of which is quick wins, is this discussions of we applying something, a patch in a way that is at the expense of technical excellence. No, technical excellence. Manifesto, anyone? Another is this idea of delay refactoring. It's an anti-pattern in itself of postponing improvements. Increasing bugs, because you're going to see over time the quality is affected. Then rush implementations, right? Quick wins. And that has a lack of thoroughness. Also unplanned work. So more rework, more back and forth. And then feature creep. This is very easy. And that's essentially introducing new functionality without addressing existing technical debt when that's just a great opportunity, when things are sort of in a good moment to tackle both. And how this even gets more coupled and intertwined. So with the presence of these sort of behaviors, one could benefit from prompting the team so that we can reflect and we can consider different ways to address that technical debt in a way that is effective. And for that, questions are super powerful, yet trying to keep them simple so that it helps us to reflect, act as a poke, open possibilities, and ultimately serve the team and what we're trying to achieve. So few good ones to have in your back pocket. One is, what is one thing that would allow us to improve what we do? Let it emerge. Now, very similarly, what is one thing that would allow us to improve how we do it? Have you noticed an increase of complexity in our product base? Why? How often do we allocate time to address technical debt during sprint planning? Because this is an ongoing iterative thing, right? What is hindering us from addressing that tech debt? We know we have alongside new debt. How well are we managing unexpected things during the sprint? How well are we managing the trade-off between delivering new features and maintaining the quality and stability of the product? This is a very natural tension. It's a good stuff, but how do we handle it? In line with the things that we talked so far, here's an antidote. What can we do? One thing that you may have heard is this Tech Debt Thursday or the like. Essentially is how you allocate time and space and focus to tackle and prioritize the tech debt by the team. Then you have retrospective. This is why they exist, right? How can we become better at what we do? So If that's not happening, you may need a little bit of polishing up to enable the retrospective to be effective. Automated testing, anyone? This including increase of the test coverage to catch regressions and prevent accumulation of technical debt. Let's help ourselves. Definition of done, that's another great antidote, right? So you can include criteria that's going to be related to addressing and avoiding as part of the process, an ongoing, iterative, incremental way of becoming better what we do, of maintaining and pursuing that technical excellence. And then obviously measure, as always, all the different patterns of behavior you can monitor, you can address the outline, and learn if you're becoming better towards where you want to go or not. Now, tackling this technical debt and doing that in a way that is proactive and systematic, it helps the team to maintain a very healthy product base whilst having this very healthy tension of having more features coming out and whatever else. It helps you to improve the product quality. So over time, things are easier, less coupled. The feasibility to putting things out there in a way that is more agile, it's easier. Then the sustainability, the ability to sustain in the long term for the product, for the team, for the department, right? Remember from the Agile Manifesto, continuous attention to technical excellence and good design, that enhances agility. Now your turn. What have you been seeing around technical debt that has worked well for you and for the teams that you've been involved?